what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palm. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion, even though I offer all of the solutions. I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you I knew this. When I'm with you I feel so useless, I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt, never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm, I can feel the sweat inside my palm. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me? And 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 will you get bored of killing me? But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt, never really know just what you want. With you I don't ever feel calm, I can feel the sweat inside my palm. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted, you've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head, I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test, I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, baby you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares, standing right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion, even though I offer all of the solutions. I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you, I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you, I knew this. When I'm with you, I feel so useless. I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you, I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palm. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares. See me right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me? And 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 will you get bored of killing me? But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares. See me right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you, I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palm. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free. You know I'm addicted to you, and it's twisted. You've been gifted with the evil voodoo. Got me coming back for more, even when I've been screwed. Dolls full of pins, pierce my heart straight through. I got issues in my head. I like you in my bed, but you keep me on red. Oh, everything is like a test. I better not text or I'll come off desperate.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares. See me right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me?
So if I play dead, will you regret everything that you did, that you said? I don't think you understand what you're doing, and my heart's black and blue from the bruising. I feel like when I'm with you I'm losing. I feel like you think that this amusing, sitting there gaslighting and confusing. Was it me? Is it me? Am I deluded? I'm the one who's always sorry, the conclusion. Even though I offer all of the solutions, I wish you loved me like I love you, it's stupid. When I'm alone with you, I never feel lucid. I wish I wasn't struck by Cupid. I wish when I first saw you, I knew this. When I'm with you, I feel so useless. I feel diluted, my heart's been wounded. Silhouettes of you are like a taunt. Never really know just what you want. With you, I don't ever feel calm. I can feel the sweat inside my palm. Play with me like cats and a string. You don't understand the pain it brings. You don't ever wanna give me wings. You don't ever wanna set me free.
But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, maybe you'll get sick of being the monster out of my head, under my bed, thinking something out of my nightmares. See me right there. But if I lay down and I play dead and I stay dead, then will you get bored of killing me? And will you get bored of killing me?
I suppose that is the end of...
Au contraire, mon capitaine! He's back!
However, he is a
let's do
complex
this.
hero.
Can you hear me
who
now?
Also shows heartbreaking fatherly love, sacrificing his life in the Odin Force for his son, our boy Thor. This depth really makes Odin feel more human and compelling, if I do say so myself. This new uniform, Odin, Lord of Asgard, and in this form, he is an alien male superhero faction, serving as both a leader and a dealer. So
Yeah, if you
we'll
can't hear
witness
me,
the
I'm
new side of
more
this
than
great
happy to go
god,
back. Okay,
where
cool.
overwhelming power,
Appreciate it.
noble wisdom, and arrogance coexist. While summoned ravens distract the enemy, Odin himself swings that beautiful legendary
yeah,
spear right
Everything
there.
And his
80s,
epic
bro.
beard.
Oh, yeah, that
TNG.
beard is very intense. I'm a little bit jealous. I don't think I
Hell,
can
Deep
personally
Space
rock it that
Nine.
large, but you know.
Even
Surrounded
Voyager.
by
It took
the
a while
holy
for
light of
Voyager
the
to
Odin
grow on me,
Force,
though.
Gungnir,
But
that
that's a whole
beautiful
nother
spear,
conversation.
strikes down from
Star
the sky.
Wars, the OG
Real
Star
quick, we'll
Wars,
check
not
out
this
the
Disney
uniform
shit.
options for Odin before we jump into too many details. There you have it.
With the exception of Rogue
Screenshot
One,
if you
I
need,
kind of give
but all right,
Rogue
let's
One a
jump
little
right
bit of
into
more of a
his,
pass.
leader skills.
But
Just take a look at his uniform right here. You can see all this crazy.
you know,
detail.
purists will not, right?
Oh, there we go. Oh,
Whoa,
zoomed in.
zoomed in.
I was actually.
We're
there we
looking
go.
at the detail.
Man,
on
my
his
guy
armor,
got
bro. It's
some
all good,
foots
man.
on him.
Look at that detail.
Why you got little big ass hands and big ass
His
feet?
boots
Yeah.
are wide.
Very large boots.
Hey,
Say.
he needs a wide stance to support
Yeah,
that
you
epic
know.
beard, bro.
Or maybe the armor is just really heavy, so
Yeah.
he needs a lot of support. The wolves, the details, and that is super cool. It's a 5-pound beard. All right, his leader skill.
Yeah, they should have scaled my
Asgard
guy's
Wisdom.
feet
Asgardian
down just a
Wisdom,
little
excuse me,
bit, bro.
Increases lightning damage by a percentage.
Don't
and
you
then
kick
when
nobody
debuffed,
with them
applies
foots.
to allies a removal of all debuffs.
Okay,
His
so he's
passive,
got
the
debuff
King of
removal.
Asgard, ignores target dodge rate by percentage and decreases basic damage received.
Let me pull up the game right quick.
Good old lightning. And next one we
Sorry
have
about
All
that.
God for his other passive, which is immunity to cancel effects while increasing skill damage by a percentage as well as bonus damage. All right, enough of me talking. Let's jump in and hear me talk some more about the skills. How's the chat doing, announcer?
They're really excited, man. Like, yeah, somebody said laugh out loud, huge feet. Says X Rock Solid 326.
Alrighty.
Yeah, man,
First
he
and
needs a stance.
foremost,
They
he's
call my
actually
boy Hagrid.
Dude, this is why he has the wide feet, bro.
Hagrid
Look at
tier
him go.
4.
large steps.
Look at him go, bro.
Yeah.
All right, now I'm dizzy.
He got big feet because when he leaned forward with that
Alright,
beard
first up we
dragging
have
down.
Earth Rift, which causes fracture. Bam. He
Oh.
did rift the Earth. He did tear it up.
Dude, that's kind of a lot of hits for skill 1.
Yeah, that's why I'm like,
Across the field. All right.
he look
skill
like a
2 is
Beetlejuice
thought
character.
and memory.
Such a deep,
Like, for
deep
real.
Thinking about
skill,
his son
dude.
and all of the time he served as Odin. All right. This causes silence and paralysis while activating
got
barrier.
big ass body with a little bit ass hands and head.
Ravens there, is that one?
Yeah, is that what that was?
Yeah,
Oh,
those
that's
are-
cool.
The feathers are all falling down.
That's a cool effect.
Again, silence and paralysis while granting barrier.
Okay.
Skill 3, Odin Force Wave. This causes snare and applies itself for recovery of HP, accumulating pure damage when attacking, and of course, increasing all basic attacks by percentage of pure damage accumulated. Check it out.
Okay, so damage accumulation on the 3. Ooh,
Yo, that is sick.
that looks
That
like
is
something that
definitely
can
like a Odin
easily be
Force wave. I thought it was
canceled
gonna be
too.
like, when you go to a sporting event, you just do the Odin Force
Do
wave.
the wave.
Oh, but that might have like a long wind up that you can't
Alright,
cancel.
Moving on, we have skill number 4, which is
So, yeah.
Odin Force Blast. Okay. So normally I've been saying that I've been saving these skill previews for
Definitely
this,
the
but
proc
this time,
skill.
due to something we'll show a little bit later. I went ahead and tried out the skills. Odin Force Blast causes bleed and shock while ignoring target dodge rate. 100% chance to grant all damage immunity, increases basic damage by a percentage for an attack. One more time.
Okay, so an attack buff.
Trying to figure out what
Yeah.
those black particles are. I think it's like part of the ground. All right, skill 5, What do you think it is, announcer?
Oh no, I was just gonna say I like the little fuzzy image. It's like a little cool fuzzy image. No, don't worry about me.
I mean, it's probably still got the
Eyes
giant
Revive,
Odin
Eye
thing.
of Wisdom.
Oh, epic camera angle, dude.
Oh, they got rid of Big Odin.
This causes incapacitation and decreases all basic defenses. Is stackable, granting invincibility and increasing all basic attacks, defense, speed, and crit rate.
Dude, that camera angle
Yeah, it's a
overhead
good-
is really,
good
really
camera.
sick.
Yeah, that's a nasty camera
It looks
angle,
like when they get
especially with the
transported,
glowing
like,
eye and
by
shit.
Bifrost, it
Yeah,
leaves
that's-
kinda
yeah.
that
That's
seal on
pretty
the ground,
sick.
yeah.
I've seen it in
Deep
some other
Space
ones,
Nine
too.
took a minute,
All right, let's just go ahead and check
but I
out
love
his,
it.
ultimate
Bro,
and
Deep Space
Striker in this
9,
uniform and just
that
you know,
first
quick GIF
season was
moment.
rough, but you know, in looking back, it was a lot of character building
all
in
that
there.
fucking-
Yo, that's fucking sick.
Alrighty,
Okay.
And then, of course, what's up, Jeff? Thanks for joining. We appreciate you.
Yeah, so
Jeff is always welcome.
Yeah.
it took
anytime.
that first season a while to grow on me,
Alrighty, let's check out a
but
combo. And for once, I have
I mean, it was the same way
practiced
with
this one, believe
Next
it or not,
Generation
again.
too. Although Next
let's go
Generation
3,
did it,
5,
you know, in a little
4.
more rapid succession.
real quick.
Deep
Nice.
Space Nine, it was
Dope,
like
yeah.
all new characters with the exception
That
of
was my main go-to
O'Brien, right?
Some
Everybody
other
else
stuff
was
we are
brand
doing.
new.
All right, next.
And
is the
O'Brien
noble
was kind
warrior
of
who
a-
guides those who die honorably in the battle to.
It's more or less a
Valhalla.
part timer on TNG. Earlier seasons, right when he was still in the red uniform and shit.
All right, announcer, I have a serious
So-
question for you.
Oh man, let's go.
Do you
Yeah,
think you're
it
worthy
took a while.
to enter the gates of Valhalla?
See, everybody
I don't
don't
even know if
remember
I fit on the
O'Brien and the
float.
command Reds.
Oh wait, the Nordic people were
Yeah.
pretty large, right? So
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's
I
how
remember
might
that.
fit, yeah.
All right, here she is, Valkyrie. While the name usually refers to the elite unit founded by Odin, we've prepared a new look for their leader, Brunhild.
And then they switched it up.
This uniform features her appearance from the Asgardians of the Galaxy. So
I
there's
think that
definitely
was
some interesting
after-
lore where she fought while sharing a body with the human
I
Annabelle
want to say it was
Riggs.
after Gene
That's a
Roddenberry
really cool
had
story.
kind of
Also,
stepped
really
back
curious,
from the
'cause I know
show
that
as
name
his
Brunhilde
health started
or
to decline and
Brunhilde,
shit.
I think
Brunhilde.
Brunhilde.
So,
yeah.
Has always
Yeah.
been like brought up like in a lot of
Yeah,
like,
it's a
the
very
Nordic lore.
lore-heavy name across
But-
multiple
but fucking
stories.
Deep
if you
Space
will,
Nine,
across the universe.
Bro,
Again, this
that's
is
like
her,
my favorite.
As Guardians of the Galaxy uniform,
Um,
and in this one, she is a alien female superhero faction. Excelling
As
both
far
a healer and a
as-
support, you'll see her dash into enemies. with
Well,
lightning
damn,
speed
I don't
using
want to.
that epic sword there. That is
So in
Dragon
terms of just
Fang.
pure story,
It's pretty.
Next Generation
probably
is my
strong.
favorite.
It looks pretty standard,
in
it does
terms
look
of, like,
solid.
the epic
She also will
storytell,
follow
the
up an attack
storyline
with
that they
a
went
force
on with the
descending
war
from the sky to strike,
and shit,
Occasionally, Odin and our boy
like
Thor will
that's
randomly
some of
appear
the
to assist
best
her.
Shrek,
Jumping
bro,
in
because
right
they
in, we have
did
her
it.
leader skill, Sight of Soul.
Even
which
though
applies to
I know
all
Ryan
allies,
Berry really didn't
increases
want,
dodge
you
rate
know,
by a
wanted to move
percentage.
beyond all of that.
Passive is leader.
If you're gonna
of the
tell a
Valkyrie.
Star Trek war story, that's
Valkyrie
kind
or
of how you do
Valkyrie.
it.
This
And you got to see,
activation
you
weight,
know,
rate when bleed effect is
intergalactic
used,
diplomacy on
applies
that
itself
level,
a recovery of HP,
So-
and increases chain hit damage by a percentage when
or
attacking.
espionage.
Other passive is Shield Maiden of Asgard. This applies to all allies, ignores target dodge rate, increases basic damage dealt to supervillain faction, and decreases basic damage received from the same supervillain faction by a percentage. All right, before we jump into her in game, we'll check out her uniform options as well.
Okay, it doesn't sound like.
Oh, there we go.
We're gonna go
Now,
back right
go ahead
quick,
and check her out
but
in
it doesn't
action.
really sound like she
There,
got a
that
whole
is
lot.
Dragon Fang. It's pretty. I mean, it's probably strong. It looks pretty standard, but it does look solid. She also will follow up an attack with a winged horse descending from the sky to strike, and occasionally Odin and our boy
Nothing
Thor
new.
will randomly appear to assist her. All right, jumping in right in, we have her leader skill, Sight of Soul, which applies to all allies and increases dodge rate by a percentage. Passive is Leader of the Valkyrie.
Oh, she gets a
Valkyrie
dodge rate
or
increase.
Valkyrie. This activation rate when bleed effect is used applies itself a recovery of HP and increases chain hit damage by a percentage when attacking. Other passive is Shield Maiden of Asgard. This applies to all allies, ignores target dodge rate, increases basic damage dealt to supervillain faction, and decreases basic damage received from the same supervillain faction by a percentage.
So nothing.
All right, before we jump into
Nothing
her
major.
in game, we'll check out her uniform.
They gave her
options
some
as
dodge.
well.
They gave her some dodge in her kit, which will help
Oh, there we go.
with
Now
CTP
we'll
of
go and
rage
check her out
proccing.
in action. How's everyone doing out there?
The chat is saying she is gorgeous. Interesting.
So yeah, it'll definitely
Yeah,
help
really
with that.
excited for
Oh,
Valkyrie.
Worf had one of the best fucking stories across
quick
2
as
Star
well.
Treks,
Yeah,
bro.
same speed
That's
probably as,
like
Odin.
hands down. Like, don't even get me started on my guy.
There we go. Little arrow.
Like,
Some dust.
Was I wrong or should?
and
was
one
she
of his
cool wielding
best
a metal
dialogues was like, or it wasn't even
well, yeah.
dialogue
Okay.
of his. It was a
excited.
conversation
Alright,
that he was
skill one,
involved with
Valkyrie
Ezri
Crush.
at the end when he had to
This causes bleed damage.
holler at Chancellor Gowron
Jumps up.
finally.
Swings that sword around in a very intense way. Skill 2, Warrior's Footsteps.
But she like perfectly encapsulates
cool.
This
the
causes bleed
the
and
character,
stun, as well as
you
obviously
know,
some physical
in that
damage.
monologue, which is
Skill
so
3,
well done.
Dragon Fang Slam.
Or not monologue,
weapon
but
names.
dialogue.
Okay.
Oh, the purple and the gold.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, who was that?
I think that was Odin and a different. Let's see. Oh, there's Thor this time, so they must alternate. Let's try
Oh,
again.
that's
Yeah,
really cool.
yeah,
they
yeah.
alternate.
I figured it was gonna be something like that.
Oh, Thor again.
One jump. Oh, and it's the it's like 2 or 3 outfits ago, Thor.
I swear. I swear.
I think I
It was
saw
on-
him too.
It
Yeah.
was on the side.
Alright.
Well, Thor just really likes Valkyrie. That's fine. Enables targeting enemies who have activated the ignore targeting effect, applying to enemies shock and silence. I'm just gonna keep pressing it until he shows
Now
up.
I just
again.
want to make sure we're not crazy.
There he
there
is.
he
Yeah, yeah. There we go. Okay.
Oh, and that's
applies
Odin
itself
from a
any
couple
chance
of
to
uniforms
super
ago.
Armor, all damage immune
That was like his
invincible,
first unit.
removing all debuffs and accumulates a percentage of pure damage when attacking, as well as increased all basic stat of each percentage of pure damage accumulated. All right, skill 4 is called Dragon Fang Slash. Oh, okay.
Oh.
Oh, that's nasty.
Yeah.
That's the raining down.
spears,
That's
yeah.
what I did mention that earlier.
Yeah.
All right, this causes bleed and
Yeah,
paralysis.
do that
when
again.
Using all basic defenses and is stackable while recovering HP and granting.
So okay, you must
invincible.
have to
And
either
here we have some
until
flying horses for Valkyrie.
the swords start
Cavalry.
coming down.
That could be maybe a
Like,
song title.
Maybe when the first
Or
one
album
appears, you can
title.
cancel it.
Valkyrie Cavalry.
Oh,
Yeah,
that
just
is
think of
so
some, like,
sick, bro.
Like an 80s hair metal, I think.
80s hair metal
Yeah,
band,
dude.
or like you can. I just picture the album cover. you
Yeah,
know?
me too. With like a big. Wow. That was a
Yo,
All right, this
Alright,
causes
Valkyrie.
stun and decreases all basic defenses by a percentage and is stackable. Also, 100% chance to grant all damage immunity, increases basic attacks, basic defense, and speed.
Wait, if the horses have wings, are they considered Pegasus?
Mm-hmm.
I don't. That's a good question, chat. Is it because to
Hey,
me
chat,
doesn't
let us
Pegasus
know.
have like a horn too? Like they're just.
No.
I mean, they are special and they have
Isn't
wings.
that a unicorn?
But yeah,
I don't know, I
actually, you
could
might
be
be
wrong.
right.
Yeah.
A unicorn. Okay,
Let us know, chat.
I
if
think it-
horses have wings, are they Pegasus? I think they are, bro.
I think they are actually. That's a great question. All right, let's check out Valhalla's Defender, the Awakened skill, real quick in the uniform.
Just say no
Or I
unicorns
should
have
know, I
horns.
guess.
Eh.
I am a big enough like fantasy.
You really enjoyed Picard,
have
the
some
new
idea,
one?
but I don't. I just assume. that
Eh. I watched. So
Pegasus was the
this is
one
the
with the
thing.
horn,
I
but
watched a few
also
episodes of
unicorn
Picard.
yeah,
Really
chat
couldn't
is
get
saying
into
no,
it.
Pegasus
I watched a
doesn't
few
have a horn.
episodes
Okay.
Unicorn
of
has a horn, not Pegasus.
Oh yeah, I'm just combining the two animals.
like this new Trek, bro.
Alright.
Wings.
And then
It's
just,
not-
you know, let's check out the striker for Valhalla.
It's just not Trek to me.
All right.
You know what I
alright.
mean? Like it doesn't
we have
have that
And then let's check out her
That feeling.
combos.
that you had with the
3,
old
5, and 4. Did not
joints.
practice this one though.
You got this, bro.
Slow.
even Enterprise. You know what I mean?
Nice. Dude, our chat is really not
As rough as that was to start,
Or Greek mythology.
that grew on me
Alrighty.
really,
Did it.
really
We're 2 for
heavily.
2. Our final protagonist is no hero.
Okay. So this is looking not to be
There
too.
we have it. He is the terrifying villain who made every god in the universe tremble. The one, the only, GORR, the God Butcher.
You'll get me started on Star Trek. You really?
Look at this uniform.
Hey,
Sword
the
looks really
man
intense.
say
Very
you
dark.
just don't know. A lot of
His
times when
boots
I'm
are
working on
way
stuff,
smaller than Odin's.
I'll be
Like
listening or
regular
watching
people's
some
size
episodes
boots.
in the background and
Does that mean
shit.
like Odin's like really tall?
Yeah, to support all that weight, you got to
Yeah,
think
I
just
guess so.
proportionally.
And it can be something that I've seen
Gorr's
100
story
times.
begins on a barren,
it's like,
nameless planet.
That's when you know
battling
you got
starvation
yourself
daily,
something.
And he suffered
See?
the tragedy of losing his parents, wife, and children, which is very heavy.
We don't got
he has
that
a
no
very
more.
dark backstory. He prayed desperately to the heavens until his last family member passed away, but
They're not
no
coming out with
God
timeless epic
answered.
If you think about it, every villain, like the darker they
Fails
they
anymore,
seem,
you know
it's
what I mean?
always the most tragic backstory. Like that's probably what drove him into this like dark and evil. Like, and this is no exception.
very
Like, oh my
dark.
god.
To be fair, a lot of superheroes have similar stories, but they didn't let the darkness get them down, and they. But I digress.
Hey, you're right. Hey, some
But-
introspective from
Yeah.
3RL here.
And but in that despair, he discovered that there were some gods fighting among themselves, and he realized that gods exist, but they ignored his family's suffering and just went about their day like it didn't matter. And Gorr's rage exploded. He then obtained the pitch black blade, the all black necrosword, and since that day, he spent thousands of years brutally hunting gods, which is a commitment, I do have to say, vowing to make them all extinct.
He
so
listening
Gorr the
when you
God
clean the
Butcher
motor
uses the
lawn.
power of darkness to cover the universe. That's his goal. He's an
Hey,
alien male
I'm
supervillain
telling you, in
faction
Deep
acting
Space
as a
Nine,
dealer and a leader. He
freaking
will be swinging
Quark,
that necrosword, and
Garrick.
symbiote spikes will rise
Oh,
from the
man.
ground, and black berserkers, which are
I
puppets of
fucks
the
with
symbiote,
y'all
will
all
appear.
day long
Gorr
because
then
y'all
slashes
about
through
the
enemies
shits.
with his superhuman strength. His leader skill, Whispers of Darkness, applies to supervillain allies and increases HP and activation rate when debuffed, which applies to supervillain allies, a removal of all debuffs. His passive, and forgive me, I think this is maybe his planet or his species, Indragar,
Indigar?
Indigar, Anger. Sorry, I butchered that. Indigarr, chat.
And I just
Indigo.
got through watching Wolf
What?
You're a
get on
pirate?
Duras ass
I
night
mean,
for
a little
last.
bit, yeah. If you know, you know. All right. This gun's super armor increases all basic defenses by percentage, increasing skill damage and bonus damage. And then when HP is below 99%, this applies to self. There is a recovery of HP. Tier 2 is Godless Prayer. This increases additional pierce damage by percentage while decreasing basic damage received. And activation, when you die, you will revive with 100% of max health.
That's pretty stacked.
All right, let's go ahead and check out his uniform options too. All right, time to check him out in action.
Oh, we missed his landing.
Yeah, we missed his
He was
landing.
like symbiote on the ground, right?
Excuse me, let me take a drink of my water here. Apologize.
While we do that, everybody's really excited in the chat. Like, let's go.
Let's go, Gorr. All right, first and
Yep,
foremost.
let's see what you got, bro.
Oh, okay. Oh, he's really quick. He
Wow.
seems really quick.
He just went, dude. Yeah, this dude goes, man.
That's vengeance.
Chat keeps comparing him to a lot of other known IPs, which I will not mention.
We can't mention any of those.
It
but
seems
we're
like he's
definitely-
trying to buy
agree.
time.
Thought
They
of
got
some,
about 20 minutes left,
one
so
space opera.
Yeah,
I
there was
want to
another one
see
you thought
what
of.
they're
Yeah,
what they're
yeah.
I
gonna
can't recall off the top of my head.
it's all good. I just read it
drop
down.
besides
No,
the
no,
characters'
uh,
uniforms. You
We
know what I
are-
mean?
we are
Any new
Marvel. Anyway,
characters,
Black Berserker Blast is the first.
you know,
skill.
anything like that.
The Better Business Bureau.
Ooh.
Oh,
Actually,
the
that
shadow
was
effect,
cool.
dude.
That was
That's
really cool.
pretty sick.
Matter of
That's
fact.
genuinely really cool. Wow.
This is causing some physical damage there.
I like
Skill
that skill.
2.
Let's go look and
Mortal
see.
Vengeance, another epic album for metal
So
band.
they haven't dropped the patch notes yet.
Dope.
Enables attacking.
They have
enemies
dropped a
when they have
promo video.
activated
They dropped it
ignore
5
targeting
minutes
effect,
ago.
Applies.
So the patch notes
bleed,
should be coming
incapacitation and paralysis, and applies itself a recovery of HP
pretty
with a high
soon.
chance to penetrate super armor, barrier shield, all damage immune, and invincible, while granting invincible and removing all debuffs. Skill 3 is called Divine Harvest.
Look at that Reaper in the icon.
know.
That's really cool.
I like pushed him all the way back to the edge of the thing.
See if you can push him back.
The other direction. Let's see.
Or you can just hit the reset button.
There he goes.
He's just
Bye.
bouncing down.
Get
All right,
over
let's
there.
do skill 3 now with it. See if we'll move that direction. Might be a bad angle to do it. Oh, okay, we're good at it.
Dope. That skill's
Let's
dope.
try it again from this angle. Oh.
Okay, so he puts clones out. Okay.
This decreases all basic defenses. It's unstackable and accumulates pure damage when attacking. And of course, we have the increase of all basic attacks by percentage of pure damage accumulated. Next skill is called Heart Pierce. Can't really, I don't know if a robot has a heart, but we're gonna pierce it.
Well, he'll find it. Yo, that's dope. He goes into there.
This causes incapacitation and panic.
Okay.
I like the little icon. It looks like
Did they give him panic? I think they gave him panic. He didn't have that before.
action going on. Anyway, this causes incapacitation, panic, immunity to all debuffs, increases all basic attacks and defense by percentage, as well as speed and crit rate while removing incapacitation.
He had paralysis and
Skill
burn.
5 is called All Black, the Godslayer.
I love that skill name, dude.
And does not have panic in his current kit at all.
Whoa.
Well, I might have to redo that. I don't know if it.
It even lagged out the game.
Yeah, it
That's
lagged
too
out.
strong, bro.
More time. There we go.
Dude, I love that
Whoa,
camera.
he
shake.
like, what's going on with the arms there? Hold
Yeah,
on,
that
let me
was
do
really
The
this.
cool.
thing is, everybody's gonna say,
gonna do it this
"Well,
way.
I pulled that shit because of Cinco de Mayo." No, I pulled this shit because I love fucking Star
Yeah, I was
Trek.
gonna say, hey,
And
chat,
And I
don't
didn't
know
even
much
think
about,
about
like,
that
the
until after I
lore
posted it, and I was like,
of GORR. Does he?
after I made the
maybe it has
intro
to
and
do
all
with
of this
the,
shit,
you know,
and I
the
was like,
sword?
The Necro
And
Sword.
so the Necrosword has some like abilities there that I don't really know about, but it does look like he somehow sprouts multiple limbs. It
I was
happens
just
very
like, no, I love Star
They're
Trek,
like,
and I remembered the
oh, maybe
scene.
is it
Oh,
his, like,
Contramo
These
Capitan
little
is
all those
back.
things that are
Like,
His tendrils.
what the
his
fuck?
tendrils on the back of his
That's
head.
perfect.
Is that what
Like,
it's
why not
poking them with?
use that?
All right,
But,
I'm getting
yeah.
distracted. Causes bleed and panic, and a 100% chance to grant all damage immunity. All right, let's check out his ultimate skill, Shadow of Despair. Just to see how it looks.
Green uniform.
Epic. And then we have his striker skill, which is Power and Hatred.
Also another
Hmm.
metal song.
Yeah. I mean, GORR is the definition of metal in my head. This causes panic. It also increases all basic attacks. It increases max HP. It increases basic damage dealt to enemies with 60% HP or lower by a percentage.
Oh,
It
we do
also
have to
has a
talk about
physical
this.
damage,
Okay.
of 50% of physical attack. All right, let's check out his combos and see if I can go 3 for 3.
Somebody said head tails. That's what they're called, head tails. That's really funny. They're called head tails.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's funny.
3, 4, and 5.
Looks like we're gonna have to see
Nice.
in game.
3 for 3, bro.
3 for 3 today.
Head tails made me laugh.
I did not hear
All right, it's time to see what else is new in this update.
if
shall
GORR
we?
still had the second
Alrighty.
skill sauce,
I'm just gonna switch over
but that's
to
pretty
host
much
cam.
what
How's
he's
everyone
gonna boil
doing this
down to for the
evening again?
most part.
Alright,
Like that's
so
gonna be a huge,
look at
huge
some,
part of his kit. Not saying the
System
only
content
thing.
changes, and first we have some news about some new content that
Okay.
many of you have been waiting for. A new sector is finally being added to dispatch mission.
Oh,
Sector 15.
Sector 15.
Let's go.
Okay,
1 second. as
I'm here
we
for that. I'm
see.
here for that.
Go back here.
That counts as new content.
All right,
That
I'm
counts
ready.
as new content.
Here we go.
There it is.
Hydra Snow Mountain Base.
Yo,
He's level
Hydra.
percent. Cool.
They're
Yeah,
bringing
it's fun.
Hydra back.
So let's just jump in.
Uh-oh.
So I did use the team that we.
Are we gonna see a
just previewed.
Hydra? update?
I
And it
can
was a-
vouch that 3RL was grinding all day today. He
Literally-
was putting in some work.
Literally up until right before rehearsal time, so that's 4 o'clock or so.
Hey,
yeah,
my guy
and
got
then
5
I finally
candles.
beat the 5th level of the 14th area using this entire team the whole time. So on this build, I had started from basically Sector 1 and grinded all the way up to 15-1 so I could show you lovely people. Just a quick glance, won't do the whole thing. Yeah, let's just jump right into it.
Give everybody a quick tease of the new map.
Why don't they just give him a
Battle may be
test
too
build with
difficult.
all of that
Yeah,
shit
yeah.
unlocked already? Got
Yeah, let's throw some
74,000
love in the
crystals,
chat
bro.
for 3RL grinding all those
Say,
levels.
I
out.
need
fun.
you to give
I
me
had a
some of
good
them
time.
crystals, 3RL.
It is, but it was challenging, so see, it's not an auto repeat. I'm just gonna let's just do
Yeah, just show off the map a bit. That's cool.
You know.
The Hydra Snow base it was called.
All right. Now to the action. In that combo, 3, 5, 4 that I was practicing. It was
Nice.
really good. I don't know where the guys are. Oh, there they
Wow,
go.
there's so much going on.
Yeah,
Hey,
no,
you don't
it's,
have to
it's a
combo
lot.
those
But
guys.
yeah. So
Well, actually, yeah, you
hope
do
you guys
kind of
are
have to
ready
combo
to
'em.
check this out. Just gonna throw another combo here and some Jeff, and then we'll move on.
And some Jeff.
Just a little bit of Jeff.
Just throw some Jeff in there, dude.
Everyone
hit
needs
your
some
tier
Jeff
3.
in their life. All right.
Just hit your tier 3 and
That's
wipe
enough
them.
of the chaos for myself. But anyway, to
Hey.
celebrate, we're holding a special
a lot of
event. Bonus missions
lot of
and
ads.
item crafting events will run simultaneously. By completing bonus missions, you can earn materials for the Hydra Supreme Helmet, Supreme Armor, and Supreme Shield. And crafting with these can grant rich rewards like Dimension Chest, 6-star artifact
Oh,
selectors.
we got another
or
shot at
5-star
Jeff's
And
artifact.
selectors as
Yo,
well as
that's
a
what's up.
4-star artifact. In addition,
We'll
to that,
also
there's
take
some,
the shots at the
challenges in
chest
store as
that I was talking
well.
about before we leave, but
This
we're
is for
probably not
people
going to
who
do
are
dailies
really,
live.
Top tier, because yeah, I granted I did go through all those levels. I did not completely get all the stars or all the mission points. This was clearly I got some work, but that's okay. We'll get there. If you clear all stages in 14 with 3 stars to reach 15. Challenge more points, you will get a super artifact of change, and clearing all of sector 15 with 3 stars grants you ultimate artifact of change.
Oh, yo,
So
that's
if you need
what's
to
up.
change the options on your 6-star artifact, this is your chance to get one.
Are y'all going
Like
to
I
go
said,
back
this
and
mission's
buff
likely to be
previous
quite
sectors?
demanding, so we hope it's a great challenge.
So
for
clearing
our
sector
veteran
14 and
players out
15, are y'all
there.
going to go back and do like 13 and 10
yeah.
and give like other
I hope
fucking rewards and
everyone,
shit?
makes it through sector 15. Let us know in the chat what you think, and hope you can claim some of those artifacts.
Yo, will
All
we
right,
definitely
next up.
be doing that on stream?
Alrighty. Next, we have some news for everyone currently crafting or struggling with the crafting system.
Yo. Hold on. Let's bump this.
Yeah, new options. Wow, I was missing the queue. I was totally looking at the chat,
looking
dude.
in the chat.
My bad, guys. Yeah, like so new options. Is this different from like the normal crafting that we do with comic cards?
Yeah. So this is basically, regardless of the star colors, an additional amount of pierce damage increase will be granted based on the total number of crafted stars. So if you see this graphic right here,
what?
Oh, my hand disappeared. You can get a additional pierce damage to increase just by the number, as we said. If you craft 3 stars, it will give you 1% additional pierce damage. And if you have the full set, it will give you 2%. Even those who previously found it difficult to match colors should find this a little bit easier this time
So
around.
we're just going to get some
The
free
scrap
ass
bonus
pierce.
options stack with the existing ones. However, existing pierce damage values will be rebalanced to account for the new bonuses. So to give a good example, we've adjusted the existing blue star bonuses. From 3 stars will decrease from 2% to 1%, and 6 stars will decrease from 5% to 3%. But don't worry, if you already have a card with 6 blue stars, the total benefit remains the same. You will still receive the 5% additional pierce damage increase per card.
Okay, so like they're kind of making the barrier to entry a little bit lowered, right?
Yeah. So it's basically you have cards crafted with stars that haven't managed to fill them all with blue stars yet. So you'll see a noticeable boost in your stats with that, and the goal is just for players who might not be able to reroll as much as some others. But so yeah. Next up, we have some other convenience improvements.
We'll have to see how that
This is
works.
a quality of life.
honestly.
We understand that the growth burden for tier 3 growth materials, and we decided it should be lightened.
Woo! Everybody should be
Previously,
excited for this.
This stage felt
Okay.
burdensome and in terms of the amount of growth materials required. But with this update, we reduced the required amount of several key growth materials like cosmic cubes, fragments, essence of dimension, and Titan component packs. So you'll see an overall reduction of approximately 10 to 15%. The specific values
really
will
helps
vary
free-to-plays.
slightly depending on whether the hero you are upgrading is a native hero or not. And so for more precise figures, be sure
Or
to check out
anyone
official
that's still
notices.
building tier 3
So
characters.
we hope this patch makes it the process of growing your characters a little bit less consuming and stressful as before. Next up, we have some Dimension Rift improvements. So if you see this graphic here, have you ever been grinding away only to miss out on rewards? The progress bar hits 100 right in the middle of battle.
Yes. How'd you know, 3RL?
Well, I'm here to tell you. Previously, in the progress engage reached 100 while you were still in combat, you wouldn't receive that completion bonus. But now, even if the Dimension Rift progress hits 100% during the battle, the system has been improved so that you'll still receive the progress completion rewards upon clearing the stage.
Quality of life.
So you'll be able to enjoy the Dimension Rift runs smoother without any wasted effort or time moving forward.
Yeah, everybody in chat's pretty happy. Like, we're glad these quality of life changes always help.
Woo! All right. I know that was a short and sweet one, everyone, but we have looked at the main changes for May so far. As always, if there will be more details and improvements that were not discussed through the live stream, so be sure to check out the update details
so that's
notice that will
it.
be posted in the community forum. And now it's time for the coupon code. Sorry, everyone.
So
the code is Divine Reckoning.
the Pierce rebalancing.
Divine Reckoning. There we go. Valid until 5/19. So tomorrow at 7:59 a.m. PDT.
We'll go grab that.
So,
Everybody
use
make
it
sure you enter
before
your coupon
it's too late.
code.
This coupon code can be used in the main lobby screen, settings, info, and coupon. I sang this in the rehearsal. If you have an iOS and Apple user, please check out the coupon code in the registration form. It's usually entered in the chat right about now. Thank you, mods. All right. Be sure to follow our social media channels, forums, and YouTube to stay up to date with everything Marvel Future Fight. If you can, like this video, subscribe to our channel, put out the little bell notification if you want to see when we put out new content. How you doing, announcer? I feel like that was a pretty quick one.
No, it was good. It was all good, and it's about quality over quantity, right? So it was like really good updates, and I hope fans are all excited for all these like quality of life improvements, which are always good. And thank you guys as always just for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you
it means
again
a lot to us.
for spending your Monday evening with us. I always appreciate it. Let us know in the chat what you think. As always, I'm trying to cook up some stuff myself for some fun new content, or I can play some modes and do some stuff to be a little bit more. But we'll see where we go. Anyway, good night, everyone. This is 3RL signing off. We hope you have a wonderful evening. See you next time.
Yeah. That's what's up.
Yeah, I granted
Let's
I
go
did
back
go through
to
all
these
those levels. I did not
quality of life
get all
stuff.
the stars or all the mission points. This
Some work.
literally up until right before rehearsal
Because
time,
that was
so
actually a
that's
lot
4 o'clock or so. Yeah, and then I finally
to
beat,
take in. So
the 5th level
dispatch
of the
14-1
area using this
and
entire team the
15,
whole time. So on this build, I had
1
started
through
from
5.
basically sector 1 and grinded all the way up.
So
to
they're
51
adding an
so I can
additional
show you level
dispatch,
just a quick,
which is
look,
actually
we'll do
dope.
the
Like I
whole
said,
thing.
it counts as new
Yeah,
content.
let's just jump right into it.
Give everybody a quick tease of the new map.
This battle may be too difficult. Yeah, we know.
Yeah.
Wow, there's
Really not worried about the
That's enough
battle.
of the chaos for myself. And item crafting events will run simultaneously. By completing bonus missions, you can earn materials for the Hydra Supreme Helmet, Supreme Armor, and Supreme Shield. And crafting with these can grant rich rewards like dimension chests, 6-star artifact selectors, or 5-star artifact and selectors, as well as a 4-star artifact. In addition to that, there are some challenges in store.
And he said
as
dimension
well.
chest too.
This is for people who are really top tier. Because yeah, I granted I did go through all those levels. I did not completely get all the stars or all the mission points.
Yeah.
Clearly, I got some work, but that's okay. We'll get there. If you clear all stages in 14 with 3 stars to reach 15 challenge mode points, you will get a super artifact of
what
change.
they need to do,
Clearing all of sector 15 with 3 stars grants you ultimate artifact of change. So if you need to change the options on your 6-star artifact, this is your chance to get one. And like I said, this mission is likely to be quite demanding, so we hope it's a great challenge for our veteran players out there. All right.
I say a 5-star, 6-star artifact of change. It's okay.
Through sector 15, let us know in the chat what you think, and hope you can claim some of those artifacts. All right, next up. Alrighty, next we have some news for everyone currently crafting or struggling with the crafting system.
Excuse me.
Oh, yeah, new options. Wow, I was missing the queue. I was totally looking at the chat.
Also, they're adding a second line of text.
New options. Is this different from like the normal crafting that we do with comic cards?
Yeah. So this is basically, regardless of the star colors, an additional amount of pierce damage increase will be granted based on the total number of crafted stars. So if you see this graphic right here, yeah, look. Oh, my hand disappeared. You can get a additional pierce damage to increase just by the number, as we said. If you craft 3 stars, it will give you 1% additional pierce damage. And if you have the full set, it will give you 2%. Even those who previously found it difficult to match colors should find this a little bit easier this time around. This craft bonus options stack with the existing ones. However, existing pierce damage values will be rebalanced to account for the new bonuses. So to give a good example, we've adjusted the existing blue star bonuses from 3 stars will decrease from 2% to 1%, and 6 stars will decrease from 5% to 3%. But don't worry, if you already have a card with 6 blue stars, the total benefit, don't worry, decrease from 2%. To give a good example, we've adjusted the existing blue star bonuses from 3 stars will decrease from 2% to 1%, and 6 stars will decrease from 5% to 3%. But don't worry.
Okay, So he's saying that the pierce is going to be reduced for the existing card stats to account for the additional incoming pierce. So I guess what they're attempting to do, and this is just my guess, right? I'm not looking at this as necessarily a nerf, but I am no longer looking at it from the aspect of, well, damn, existing players are going to get a lot more free pierce, right? Because how do you increase pierce for players at the lower end, but then not boost it for players that are already maxed out, so you can close that gap? And if that's the attempt in this, I think that might wound up being an overall good thing for the game. While people might be pissed about that shit, it just depends on how they implement it, because you got to think as well. Players spend a lot of money on this game and getting pierce and all of this stuff. Crafting cards and whatnot. So This thing is just gonna make life difficult. Okay, let's get some
Or
more into
if you
what 3
already
are
have
talking about.
a card with 6 blue stars, the total benefit remains the same. You will still receive the 5% additional pierce damage increase per card.
Okay, so like they're kind of making the barrier to entry a little bit lowered, right?
Yeah. So it's basically you have cards crafted with stars that haven't managed to.
Oh, so I get it. So by increasing or by decreasing the existing amount of pierce from 5% on a card, let's say that's crafted at 5 blue pierce, right? But they decrease that from 5% to 3%, and then turn around and put that totality of the 6 crafted cards, that additional 2% that you lose in the bonus stat here. So, in other words, you'll be getting 3% from here and 2% from here. Well, what that does is that lowers the barrier of entry for players that are, say, you know, say you got all of these crafted, right? Like this, but you're still missing those 2 stars. You need, a reroll or 2 or 3 or 10 or 50 or however many, right? Hopefully not 50. To get this thing to turn blue. Okay. Well, that's just getting it to turn blue. That's not getting the stat on there that you want also. So hopefully they'll address that moving forward too. But yeah, that's actually smart. By doing it in that way, because regardless, this card here is going to offer 3% pierce, right? Damn, does that really fix anything? No. Yeah, I think yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see how it works in game. But on
Them all with blue
paper,
stars yet. So you'll see a noticeable boost in your stats with that, and the goal is just for players who might not be able to reroll as much as some others. But so yeah, next up we have some other convenience improvements, and this is a quality of life. We understand that the growth burden for tier 3 growth materials, and we decided it should be lightened.
Woo! Everybody should be excited for this.
This stage felt burdensome in terms of the amount of growth materials required. But with this update, we reduced the required amount of several key growth materials like cosmic cubes, fragments, essence of dimension, and Titan component packs. So you'll see an overall reduction of approximately 10 to 15%. The specific values will vary slightly depending on whether the hero you are upgrading is a native hero or not.
yeah,
So for more
that's
precise
like
figures,
neither
be sure to
here
check
nor
out
there.
official notices. So we hope this patch makes it the process of growing your characters a little bit less consuming.
Because
and
you do
stressful
reach
as
a stage
before.
in the game where that's not really an
Next
issue
up,
moving
we
forward.
have some Dimension Rift improvements. So if you see this graphic here, have you ever been grinding away only to miss out on rewards? The progress bar hits 100 right in the middle of battle.
Yes, how'd you know, 3RL?
Well, I'm here to tell you. Previously, in the progress engaged, reached 100 while you were still in combat, you wouldn't receive that completion bonus. But now, even if the Dimension Rift progress hits 100% during the battle, the system has been improved so that you'll still receive the progress completion rewards upon clearing the stage. So you'll be able to enjoy the Dimension Rift runs smoother without any wasted effort or time moving forward.
Yeah, everybody in chat's pretty happy. Like, we're glad these quality of life changes always help.
Woo! All right.
Yeah.
I know that was a short and sweet one, everyone, but we have looked at the main changes for May so far. As always, if there will be more details and improvements that were not discussed through the live stream, so be sure to check out the update details notice that will be posted in the community forum. And now it's time for the coupon code.
Like,
Sorry,
I kind of wish
the code
that
is Divine Reckoning.
whole thing had He just dropped
Divine
it. The
Reckoning.
code
There
is
we go.
Divine Reckoning.
Valid until 5/19. So tomorrow at 7:59 a.m.
And
EDT.
let's go
So,
back here
use
to
it before it's too late. This coupon code
my
can be
guy
used in the main
GORR
lobby
right
screen.
quick,
Settings, info, and coupon.
because I
sang
do
this,
want to
in a
hear
rehearsal.
about
If you have an iOS and Apple user, please check out the
his
coupon
second
code
skill. We were talking
in the
Star Trek and
registration
shit,
form.
so
It's usually entered in the chat right about now.
not mad
Thank you,
not mad at it at all. But
Guess so.
Proportionally.
we do have to go back there.
Gorr's story begins on a barren, nameless planet, battling starvation daily, and he suffered the tragedy of losing his parents, wife, and children, which is very heavy.
Oof.
He has a very dark backstory. He prayed desperately to the heavens
Yeah,
until his
still
last
no
family member
update.
passed away, but no God answered.
If you think about it, every villain, like the darker they seem, it's always the most tragic backstory. Like that's probably what drove him into this like dark and evil. Like,
Yeah.
and this is no exception.
Yeah.
Like,
Very
oh
dark.
my god.
To be fair, a lot of superheroes have similar stories, but they didn't let the darkness get them down, and I digress.
Hey, you're right. Hey, it's some
But-
introspective from 3RL here.
And but in that despair, he discovered that there were some gods fighting among themselves, and he realized that gods exist, but they ignored his family suffering and just went about their day like it didn't matter. And Gorr's rage exploded. He then obtained the pitch black blade, the all black Necro sword, and since that day, he spent thousands of years brutally hunting gods, which is a commitment, I do have to say, vowing to make them all extinct. So Gorr the God Butcher uses the power of darkness to cover the universe. That's his goal. He is an alien male supervillain faction, acting as a dealer and a leader, and he will be swinging that Necro sword, and symbiote spikes will rise from the ground, and black berserkers, which are some puppets of the symbiote, will appear. Gorr then slashes through enemies with his superhuman strength. His leader skill, Whispers of Darkness, applies to supervillain allies and increases HP and activation rate when debuffed, which applies to supervillain allies, a removal of all debuffs. His passive, and forgive me, I think this is maybe his planet or his species, Indigar? Indigar? Anger? Sorry, I butchered that. Indigarr, chat.
Are you a pirate
Indigar.
now?
What?
You're a pirate?
I mean, a little bit, yeah. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
All right. This gun's super armor increases all basic defenses by percentage, increasing skill damage and bonus damage. And then when HP is below 99%, this applies to self. There is a recovery of HP. Tier 2 is Godless Prayer. This increases additional pierce damage by percentage while decreasing basic damage received. And activation, when you die, you will revive with 100% of max health.
That's pretty stacked.
All right, let's go ahead and check out his uniform options too. All right, time to check him out in action.
Oh, we missed his landing.
Yeah, we missed his
He was
landing.
like symbiote on the ground, right?
Okay, we finally got it connected.
Excuse me, let me take a drink of my water here. Apologize.
While we do that, everybody's really excited in the chat. Like, let's go.
Let's go, Gorr. All right, first and foremost. Oh, he's really
Wow.
He's really quick.
He just went, dude. Yeah, this dude goes, man.
That's Vengeance.
Chat keeps comparing him to a lot of other known IPs, which I'm
Yeah,
not
yeah.
mentioning.
We can't mention those, but
Yeah,
we
we agree.
We thought of some. One space opera.
All right.
There was another one you thought of in the
Yeah, yeah.
rehearsal I can't recall off the top of my head.
It's all good. I just rather not mention.
Yeah,
it.
no,
Yeah, yeah.
we are Marvel here. Anyway, Berserker Blast is the first skill.
The Better Business Bureau.
It was the first two skills that I missed. Oh,
Ooh,
that's
shadow
actually
effect,
dope.
dude.
That was
That's
really cool.
pretty sick. That's genuinely really cool. Wow.
This is causing some physical damage.
Yeah, they
there.
cooked on that
I
one.
like
Skill
that skill.
2, Mortal Vengeance, another epic album for a metal band.
Right.
It has super guard break
Enables
penetration.
attacking enemies when they have activated ignore targeting effect. Applies bleed, incapacitation. And
That skill is
paralysis,
still going to be a problem.
And applies itself a recovery of HP with a high chance.
And
of
it looks like it
penetrating.
has a short
Super armor,
cooldown.
barrier shield, all damage immune, and invincible, while granting invincible and removing all debuffs. Skill 3 is called Divine Harvest.
Look at that Reaper in the icon.
know.
That's really cool.
I like pushed him all the way back to the edge of the thing.
See if you could push him back.
The other direction. Let's see.
There he goes.
He's just
Bye.
bouncing down.
Get
All right,
over
let's
there.
do skill 3 now with it. See if we'll move that direction. Might be a bad angle to do it. Oh, okay, we're good at.
Dope. That skill's
Let's
dope.
try it again from this angle. Oh, that's really cool. This decreases all basic defenses. It's unstackable and accumulates pure damage.
Yeah, so here we go. Got the first two out of the way on the dispatch joints. Still no patch notes, so we have been keeping an eye out for that. So still nothing going there, but you know, it is what it is. We're gonna try to get through these dispatch sectors, clearing all the stars in preparation for the joint, and then hopefully we'll have some free rewards to tide us over whenever the update lands, because we'll have already cleared the content. Okay. She's got about 30 seconds left. Yep. Go ahead and pop the tier 3. Oh, she's gonna need some help. Seconds. Top to tier 3. 3 seconds. Wow, that was close. That was close. I'm confident in saying without the help, she would not have been able to do that on auto. But we were able to snatch up 2 for 1. So that's actually dope. We will see if we can shave a minute off of this thing, but I mean, it doesn't matter because it's missing anyway, but 20% all attack. Okay. That's PvP. He does have the insight, which I don't think I have on Jeff. Might have to roll with Son of Cole. And actually, I take that back. She is not going to be the best one to put with him. As while the buffs are great, we're going to roll with Fury in this juncture. Because he does give the 60% all attack. With the 60% damage, the super arm and all of that stuff. But then I also have a CTP of Liberation on him, and it's a brilliant. So that's kind of hard to get around. And if she's not able to do it, of course, we're going to return directly to Mephisto. We're probably going to need to play this on manual. In order to do this in 2 minutes, she's going to have to absolutely be flying. We got 40 seconds left for the last phase. Come on, Ghost Rider. Come on, damage accumulation. 30 seconds. What is she doing way down there? Attacking mobs. $14 seconds. Damage accumulation is up. Still got to deal with the ads. 3 seconds. Oh, and she's able to pull it off. Storm, mistress of the fucking elements. God damn it. I see you. Get my extra star, baby girl. Okay. So we've got 1 and 1, so we got 4 stars left to get a piece, or a total. 3 universal types, 3 with the leadership tag. So that's gonna be Thor. And all of those guys, so. I'm definitely here for it, and he should be able to do this. pretty handily. Mm-mm. Now, yeah. All right, 55 seconds. We can work with that. Why does he keep whiffing on the fourth? Right there he goes. So now it's just for the ads. I'm so glad I got that 2-minute clear with Storm. I need to go back through and like clean up all of that dispatch stuff. Oh, yeah, it was tripping there at the end. Okay, and 3 universal types. And I think I'll leave that last sector untouched. Let's put my guy Ghost Rider out there because he's a good farmer. And I could just put my guy Mephisto lead out there. Well, honestly, we could do something like this. Yeah, that should be able to get the job done handily. That should be able to get the job done handily. right? It's the first time he's, well, no, that's just the first time it hasn't been canceled. That's what it is. Due to the DPS. Running a little behind schedule. Just kind of interesting. We're definitely gonna have to pick up the pace. $16 seconds. I was gonna say, ain't nowhere to go, so everything should get clapped pretty quick right there. Considering the AoE on both Ghost Rider and Mephisto. Oh, it actually skipped up one. Oh, okay. It skipped to so we didn't get the 3 universal type. Clear. Okay. We'll run this one, and then I think we're gonna call it an evening if the patch notes have not dropped. Oh, got a Drax card. Cool. And always use cards to crunch. Okay, got 111 left. So we should be able to smash this relatively fast. There we go. Go on and wipe all of that. Yo, DJ, what's going on? Welcome back, bro. Looks like we got some incoming quality of life changes for lower end account holders, which is actually dope because they're gonna get a Pierce increase. However, the high-end accounts looks like they are not. So if you're already maxed out, it's really not a bump for you. It's more so designed to close the barrier between high-end accounts and low-end accounts, which I also think is pretty dope. You know, balance the accounts, then you balance the characters. So basically, if you missed it, let's pop this back out. The way that this is gonna work, you saw, you're gonna get 10% from that. That's what I'm saying. It's like, yeah, that's actually dope. Congrats, my guy, congrats. But yeah, so it's actually, this right here, right? And what you're getting, let's blow this up. What you're getting is gonna be an additional 1% for every third star, right? So you get 3 stars crafted, regardless of the color, you're gonna get a percentage of Pierce. And then when you get to 6, you're gonna get that second percentage of Pierce. So really, you're only gonna be losing like 2% Pierce from not having, per card, from not having all of them blue, which could really make for some interesting interplay in terms of putting more concentration into your cards, as opposed to Pierce. So that may be something that we're gonna have to look at as well. I mean, because you may be able to hit 100% on your wall prop now with only 80% on a Brilliant Rage, which is actually not bad. It's gonna help for things like that also indirectly. Now they didn't say that they were reducing the effectiveness of Pierce. They're just reducing the amount of Pierce. They're changing the way that it's distributed across the card. So you're getting 2% one way and 3% the other way. So if you already have all 6 of your cards crafted blue, it's not gonna affect you. But if you don't, then you'll be gaining that additional percentage of or 2 of Pierce. So you'll lose like 1, maybe 2% from not having the card crafted. 1, maybe 1.5%, something like that. That's the part that I have to see is like, what's the difference in between, you know, having all cards crafted to 6 but not all blue, such as this, like how you have the 4 blue stars, or maybe even 5 blue stars. What would be the difference in between that? And of course, we know the fully crafted is 5%, right? So that's kind of remaining to be seen. Hell, I mean, I'm gonna get a bump on my second deck. You know what I mean? Because I'm currently working through that, right? So for my PvP deck, I'm going to get an additional percentage of Pierce from Guardians of the Galaxy. I'm going to get an additional percentage of Pierce from, so I'm going to be at 19% Pierce. If my math is serving me correctly, as opposed to the 16% that I'm sitting at now. So, you know, there are some gains to be made all the way around. So I'm definitely gonna have to target that Ghost Rider card and get it out of the way. And Guardians of the Galaxy and get that one out of the way, but Ghost Rider first, because I know that card isn't going anywhere. And that will net me an additional, well, damn. No, I may actually gain more by crafting this one, because if I can get it to 6, then that's going to net me an additional 2% Pierce, right? So that's going to take me from 19 to 21. And then the 4% will be remaining from the other cards. So, yeah. Yeah, I'll get a twofer out of this one as opposed to 1% from this card and then 1% from this guy. You know, if I go with this one, I'll get 2%. So it'll be probably more advantageous for me to craft that card. So, you know, that's something to look at moving forward too as you craft your cards, is how much gains is to be made on any one card. So that's also kind of gonna be a thing. But we will definitely get into this more after the update goes live. Let's get some more into this. Oh, actually, I know what we need to do before it expires. We need to do all of these. Need to clear giant boss raid once, do our 10 dimension rifts, and clear world boss, and then we'll go to do our pulls, and we'll call it a stream from there. Like I said, not a full daily run this go round. Trying to kind of keep it short and sweet. We're already 2.5 hours in, so I know this isn't necessarily short, but I was also trying to give time for the patch notes to drop, but let's see when the last patch details did come. So the last ones came at 2 in the morning, and that was for the mid-month. That was for Luna and for Moon Knight. And then the last main patch probably also dropped at 2 in the morning, so we will definitely not be up that late tonight. That's another 3 hours my time. We may try to get back up in the middle of the night and do like a little quick live on it. Definitely won't be doing any gameplay. We will just be going over the patch notes if that is the case. If not, you will catch us after the update goes live, probably Thursday or Friday night. And hopefully by then, we'll be at least done with the gears for Apocalypse. So it'll just be working that guy into the mix. Oh, it's just, okay. Well, let's, believe I had some boost points over here. Do believe the double dono is going on as well. Yeah. Yeah, my guy Thanos ate all my XP chips. So all right, let's rock and roll. Here we go. Okay. My guy is bringing Luna Snow into Giant Boss Raid. He definitely needs help. Matter of fact, when is the last set of patch notes that they dropped? At 10. Those were at 3. And that was for Jeff and Cap. So that was a main update. That was at 3. That was for Silver Samurai and all of those guys. And that was a main update as well. All right, let's catch up. Okay. Well, that uniform isn't that mythic for Ghost Rider? It is not. It's at normal. Wow, what am I doing? Okay, so we were slightly off. So let's go ahead and do our pulling. There we go. Okay, that's some Soul of the Foul Team. So go pretty quick. Oh, we got us a CTP of Destruction. Okay. Okay. Yeah, yeah. Come on, can we hit again? Some more Soul of the Foul Team. 10 million gold. Okay. Okay, give me something to reforge. Give me the cores. Give me something to use them on. Or something else. Hopefully another CTP of Destruction. Okay, some TCP. Okay. Come on. A conquest would not be bad. Neither would a comp. Neither would a destruction. Then I can mash it. Hopefully get a brilliant and trade it in. 25 XP chips. Okay. Not bad. Not bad. I'm not mad at that, honestly. Let's see if your boy can get let's see here. Got a mighty. Will Spectre might have a destruction lingering. I might have pulled them all. Maybe Cersei. Yeah, Hope has a mighty. Valk has a regular insight. Pulled it. Which means it got smashed, it got spent, got otherwise consumed. I think the only thing I have regular laying around are gonna be things like rages. And that's sad because that's actually the one that I thought I might have had a decent one laying around for. Yeah, I even pulled his destruction off. And I don't think I have a duplicate destruction in my inventory to smash it with. Nah, I just got a mighty. Damn it. Okay, well, I suppose there are worse positions to be in than not being able to roll a CTP. So that will just be cannon fodder for now, and we will have to miss out on the brilliant portion of this event. But that's okay. That's okay. It would have been nice if I could have gotten a competition out of that thing, and then at least I could have made myself another mighty comp. But I believe it's just regular CTPs in this thing anyway. Oh, and comps not available. I mean, yeah, competition is not available in here. Okay, so if that's the case, the best I could have done was either another support CTP, conquest, or rage. Would have taken a judgment, honestly. But that's okay. We made out like a bandit. We got our CTP game up. We wound up picking up, I do believe it was like 5 CTPs, one of them being a brilliant rage, the other one being I believe it was 2 more mighty liberations, one of which we put on this guy. The other we put on Hella. Yeah, the other we put on Hella, and then I do believe we stuck an insight on Jeff right here. And then we got another regular insight and put on Valkyrie. And I forget where the last liberation went. Who did I put that other liberation on? Definitely would have been a PvP support type character. I suppose you kind of pseudo saw where all of my libs were. We've got another mighty on this girl here. We got a mighty on Fury as well. So yeah. Yeah, I think we did all right. Yeah, I think we did all right. Additionally, we were able to bring this from like, I believe we were like 11% Pierce up to 16% Pierce. And then because of the changes, we're going to get an additional pseudo 3% because of that, bringing this up to a total of 19% Pierce. So yeah, I can't be mad at that, bros. I don't know about y'all, but I think this is a good spot to call it. What am I gonna say? Huge win for the people that just crafted all of their cards and never re-rolled them. Yeah, man, this is such a huge win for those guys. Like they're gonna get like 4% Pierce just off rip. And see, this is the thing. And they really, really thought this through. And you can tell. Because think about it. They just gave away the Doctor Strange set, right? They just gave that away. And this set gives 4% all attack, right, as a collection. But then it also gives the 1.5% Pierce on each card with the requisite necessary stat in the top stat line. Physical attack, energy attack, ignore defense, cooldown duration, and HP. So you really can't go wrong with that. Now this is 7.5% Pierce, right? When you get all three of them, there's 1.5% per card. This way is going to give you, if you craft all of your cards, I believe 8%. No, 10%. So, you know, that's a nice little bump. And then if you wound up, you know, 3 blue stars here, 3 blue stars there, you know, that's going to be an additional 1.5%, right? I think is the way that that's going to sort of math its way out. So, you know, even if you just fumbled around and got, you know, all of your cards crafted with 3 blue stars here, 3 blue stars there, you know, and we'll use my guy Angry Jackass's account as a sort of litmus test for this. Like my guy's about to see major gains on his account just as a result of this, right? He's not gonna get really much from the baby Spidey card, but if he just crafts the Luna and the New Avengers card, that's gonna be, I mean the Cable card, that's gonna be an additional 3%, right, combined. So you really cannot go wrong with it. In that way. And who knows, this may spark a whole thing about, well, hey, since we're not losing but a percentage and a half on each card, maybe it's more advantageous to go for the 2% of concentration now. You know what I mean? That might be more advantageous to do. We're gonna have to wait and see with the testing, but you know, as it stands, Pierce may not necessarily get a, you know, that's getting split up. So you might wind up getting some additional benefit from doing that that way. And you'd still be able to get 10% of concentration. You would lose a percentage and a half per Pierce, per card on Pierce, right? So you would be losing what, 3, 6? You'd be losing 7.5% Pierce. That's a lot of Pierce. Like if it was something around 5%, I could see it. If it was like 5% or less, but to gain 10% of concentration, I don't know if the trade-offs are gonna be there in that regard, but that's something that's gonna really need to be looked at and tested. Yeah. I mean, who knows? It could be somewhere in the future where you're not losing so much on the Pierce and able to leverage concentration more. And I figured they would probably come with something like this sooner rather than later. So we may be there. You know what I mean? It remains to be seen. But y'all like, comment, share. Make sure y'all sound off in that notification. Make sure y'all hit that notification bell, hit that thumbs up. It does help with the algorithm. And as always, sound off in the comments below. It's been a pleasure hanging out with y'all once again, and we will catch you guys in the next one. Peace.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you never said you felt that way. Guess you're trying to stay strong and fake a smile until I look away. But I've known you too long, it hurts to watch your blue eyes fade to gray as you fade away. As you fade away.
Yeah, I'm about to fade away, cause every time I wake up I feel like it's Monday. Something's going wrong with all the chemicals up in my brain. All of a sudden I don't look at anything the same way. Gotta build up of my thoughts sitting in an ashtray. I'm sorry that I'm so inconvenient, okay. Just let me be me and I'll stay out of your way. I can see the way you look at me, I'm such a disgrace. I never really asked to be brought into this place. You wanna love me? Well then baby I have a taste. All the highs and the lows, no you'll never be the same. I don't really wanna hurt you, but I can't control the pain. If you're sticking by my side, maybe we could be okay. Okay, maybe you could be the change I need today. I promise that I've never felt this way. I really hope that you will choose to stay through all the pain.
I know you told your friend you're not okay. And tell me what's wrong and why you to try to stay strong and fake a smile